All right, we should be live. Let me just check the stream. All right, we're live. Good evening, good morning, guys, wherever you are. Welcome to a special episode of the Bulletpunk Network Show, the BPN show for short. Show about Quiccs, the people we work with, and the communities that surround us. So today we have with us a very special guest. The man needs no introduction, but of course, we'd like to welcome to the show the one and only Mr. Reese O'Brien. Say hi,
Oh,
Reese.
thank you. I do need an introduction.
Reese
People are
O'Brien,
like,
for
who
those
is
of
this
you.
guy? What is he doing
Oh,
here?
come on. Oh, come on. Of course, they know who you are. So,
No, thank you.
people of. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Reese is the mastermind behind the tiny ghost phenomenon that has also taken the designing
Phenomenon.
world by
Oh,
storm.
wow, I like that.
Yeah. So I guess the cat's out of the bag. That's what we've been teasing the past week. That's what Reese has also been teasing the past week. Actually,
Yep.
this collab has been in the making for quite a while. We'll tell you about that in a little bit. But
Yep.
yeah, first we want to talk about. We want to introduce Reese uh, to the people on the network who don't know him, or who are not aware about who he is, what he's done, and yeah. So let's start. So Reese, can you tell us more about yourself? Like, where do you come from, and what do you do?
Well, currently, I live in just north of Seattle, Washington, and my day job is I'm a creative manager or a creative director at Funko, which some people I'm sure have heard of, and specifically I'm in charge of all Star Wars, Marvel product, and action figures, things like that. And I still get to do some, a fair bit of designing myself, but right now I'm a creative director. And then on the side, I thought it would be a wonderful idea about 4 years ago to start a side business, and so I started Bim Toy, and which gave birth to Tiny Ghost. You can see a bunch of product and stuff behind us, and we do a lot of different product, but Tiny Ghost is kind of what is the character and the vinyl that we're most known for. So yeah, I kind of have two full-time jobs in a lot of ways.
Cool. So can you tell us more about like how you started in the art world? Was this always something you wanted to do?
Yeah.
Like from school?
Yeah,
or was
yeah.
it something that you just towards?
Yeah, I pretty much knew I wanted to be an artist.
So did you study art in school or?
Yes, I did. I was always like kind of that artistic kid. Like, as soon as I could make a fist around a crayon, I was drawing, and
Oh, cool.
yeah, like I was the drawer kid in my school, when I was younger and everything. So I always knew I was going to try and get into that field. In the 90s, I'm old. I'm very old. But in the 90s, I tried to break into the
No, it's
comic
fine.
book
We're
business.
about.
Yeah, I'm the old guy here. But yeah, I tried to break
Okay.
into the comic book business and then failed miserably. And then but always had a love for toys, collected toys my whole life, and I just wanted to get in that business somehow. And this is long before there was really like, art vinyl or anything like that going on in the States. So I just kind of eventually kind of wormed my way slowly, doing different illustration jobs for like t-shirt companies and things like that. And eventually I found myself working on small toys that aren't well known or anything like that, but I just would go from one company to another company trying to move up that ladder until eventually I landed at Funko, and I went, okay, this is it. This is exactly what I want to be doing. And the rest is kind of history. But yeah, I persevered and just didn't want to stop, wouldn't quit until I got there.
So I actually have a question for you about Funko. When you started, what were the products? Was the pop already around?
Yeah, pop was already around. It had been around for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years by the time I came aboard. In fact, I remember when I signed on, they had just signed a couple of big licenses, and it was like a big deal. We're like, I remember getting the feeling that everybody that I was working with, I was the 5th person in the art department, and now we have like 60. But I just remember everybody kind of excited, like, oh man, we got Walking Dead, we got Game of Thrones. And I'd already seen like the DC stuff and some of the Marvel stuff in like stores. So yeah, I kind of got on the ground floor when pop was real big.
So, like further, I don't know if you're allowed to share this, but for reference, what was your very first project with Funko when you came in?
Well, the very first pop I designed was it was King Louie and Baloo from the Jungle Book.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know those. Yeah,
yeah, and I remember I've told this story before, but like, so I was like, okay, I'm the new guy, and I'm like, yeah, man, I can do this. And so I took, I followed the template and I tried to make the head the right size and the eyes the right size and just far enough apart and everything. And then one of my coworkers, like our art director at the time, came over and he was like, no, make the eyes smaller and push them closer together. And I was like, are you messing with me? Like, are you trying to make me make like a pop that doesn't look like a pop? Like, and I thought I was being hazed a little bit, but it actually turned out just fine. But at the time I was like, I'm being sabotaged, but I was not.
Okay. So after that, what made you think about setting up BIM Toys then?
Basically it's just because I had other stuff in my head. Like I realized after a couple of years of being at Funko that I would still go home at night and there's weird ideas in my head. And I had to find a way to get them out. So I started doing things like kit bashing action figures. And at the time I was really getting into like, Sucklord and some of those guys and some of the stuff they were doing. So I'm in my garage, just kit bashing action figures, or I can't sculpt. Like I'm a terrible sculptor, but I would take Sculpey and try and make it into a weird shape. And I was selling them online, and then I just stumbled onto Tiny Ghost. It was a doodle I did one day. I was just trying to come up with something very simple and clean. And I've always liked ghosts, like that classic white sheet, black-eyed ghost. So I was trying to come up with something very simple and clean. And it seemed cool. I dug it. So I made stickers first and stuff like that. And then I don't know, a few months later, one of the guys from Bottleneck Gallery in Brooklyn out in New York just emailed me out of the blue and was like, hey man, you want to make a vinyl? And I was like, yeah, I want to make a vinyl. Like, let's just try it, and we did. And it just, and that was 4 years ago. And to see where it's gone now, like kind of blows my mind.
Yeah. I mean, when I first saw Tiny Ghost, I always thought that was cool. And
well, thanks.
And yeah, I mean, the simplicity of it lends itself to a lot of creativity, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen what you guys have done over the years, and yeah, you have done quite a lot that maximize the simplicity of it and highlight how many different things you can do with it. Yeah, so Tiny Ghost was the very first BIM toy product that you came out with, yes?
Well, yeah, like the first official one. Like up until then, again, I just was selling the stupid stuff I was making by hand. But yeah, Tiny Ghost was kind of like the first official product. That's when they were like, my partners Joe and Arseny at Bottleneck, they were like, dude, you got to get a website. You gotta like, you gotta design tags. Stop making stuff in your garage. We'll find a factory and we'll really do this. And I was like, okay, all right, let's do it. And luckily I had some knowledge about that because working at Funko, you gather a lot of knowledge about how to get things made and how to get things done. So I had that on my side. So yeah, it was nice. And yeah, Tiny Ghost was our first product and it's still our most popular by far.
Yeah. So I have to ask, of course, it's a good thing Funko was okay with this, that you were working on a toy while working with them.
Yeah, and I work like Funko's a pretty awesome company, like, and it's run by awesome people and like they understand. I mean, I think that's the biggest benefit about working at Funko is that, the higher ups, they're still very approachable people. I can go into their office and chat with them and stuff. And they understand that creative people need other creative outlets. You know what I mean? So yeah, they're very understanding about it. And I'm super thankful.
That's super nice to hear about Funko. I mean, of course,
Yeah.
we only hear about them, and this is first-hand information from ground
Well,
level
yeah,
employee that you're hearing this from. So,
yeah. If you listen to all the trolls online, like they're just,
of course, yeah.
because they miss out on a drop or something like that. But like, I mean, I got a boss like the top of the food chain. Anytime I can draw something up and just go into his office and knock and be like, hey, Brian, can you check this out, man? What do you think? And he gets excited about stuff. Like, yeah, and it's, I mean, that's a blessing, man.
Yeah, that's true. It's rare. It's very rare,
Yeah,
especially for a
very rare.
company that big, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I noticed also, like, when I first started following you on Instagram, that a lot of your work revolves around ghosts, the supernatural, and the occult.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about a lot of your art inspirations and where it comes from?
Yeah, I started out, I was always kind of a kid that liked creepy things. But not like horror movies or super scary. I always liked when creepy got mixed with cute. So
So, Tim Burton, stuff like that.
yeah, like, well,
Nightmare
I
Before
was in my
Christmas.
20s when Tim Burton. but yeah, like, like when I was a kid, like the Peanuts Halloween special, like I just loved,
Okay.
things
All
like
right.
Great
Yeah.
Pumpkin Charlie Brown or
Great
things like
Pumpkin. Yeah.
that. And so when you take cute and you take creepy and you kind of mix it together, I just think it's like a really fun thing that a lot of people seem to enjoy. Um, and so, yeah, but now, granted, my tastes can get darker. I do like the supernatural, and sometimes I do want it to be like really raw and scary and creepy and eerie. Um, and I go that direction sometimes, and to varying degrees of success. But yeah, it seems like when I mix creepy and cute together, which is, like I grew up watching Scooby Doo. Like I was just always that kind of kid who was. I love a good
Mm,
floating ghost. I
right.
love
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. I love a mystery. I love footsteps that you don't know where they came from and things like that. But and it just never went away. As I got older, I liked things that were just a little dark, a little weird, or at least something that will make somebody kind of go, oh wow, what does that mean? What's going on?
Yeah.
That's just kind of my favorite thing. But and I don't see that going away.
Yeah. All right. And then, of course, I have to ask you, aside from this collab, what else do you have in store for the future?
Oh well, yeah. So this collab, I mean, we can talk about how that came to be, but this is the first that we've ever done, because up until now I've designed all the tiny ghosts, and it got to a point where, I mean, for a while we've been talking about wanting to team up with people, but we just didn't really know how to even start it, how to even approach it. And so I think it's kind of funny that like we're starting with such a big name in the toy business as Quiccs.
Thank you.
Like it's kind of like we went straight to the top. Like we didn't work our way up. We like went straight to the top. But yeah, so now that's kind of happening and we're really excited about it. We have been talking with other artists. So unfortunately, 2020 being what it was, we had all kinds of big plans of introducing new artists and some who are known, some who are kind of up and coming and maybe not as well known yet. But 2020 just, turned into what it was. So we're kind of refocusing into 2021 for
Mm.
more collaborations and things like that. So this is the one. This is the kickoff right here.
Oh, great. We're glad to
Yeah.
be the first one then. I'm
Oh man,
sure.
I'm honored. Like that's
Oh,
amazing.
we're honored too, man. It was fantastic for us. All right. So I think we've kept the audience in suspense for long enough.
Yeah, I think so.
We Yeah, so we're gonna do the reveal now. We'd like to call in the man himself, Quiccs. Would you like to join the show? Hey
There he
guys.
is. There's the man.
All right. Okay, so
Hi there.
I know there's been a lot of speculation about what the collab is. Some people are saying, is it gonna be Reese doing a tech? Is it gonna be Quicks doing a tiny ghost? We're glad to say that it is going to be both. So yeah, so Reese has done a tech design, which we will talk about in a bit, and Quicks did a tiny ghost design also that he's also gonna be talking about in a bit. So yeah, there it is. All right. All right. So just a short story. Let's tell the story about how this collab came to be. The person we actually have to thank for this is Alex Vergules, who's also the other admin on the Bulletpunk network. So me and Quicks were over in NYCC last year, almost a little bit more than a year ago, and I was hanging out at Alex's booth, and Reese was walking around, and he introduced me to Reese, and I said, "Oh, hey, Reese, nice to meet you." And then Reese then went to the Martian Toys booth, which was right next door, where Quicks was hanging out, and then I introduced Quicks and Reese, and then we got to chatting. That's how it started. Like, hey man, yeah.
Yeah, it was that easy. It was really easy, you know. Yeah. So what booth were you, Carlo? What booth were you at when I met you? You were next to the Martian booth.
We were at Martian.
Yeah, that was the
Megatech.
That was I was with. Yeah, I was at the Alex's booth. It was at the time Gacha Robot booth, but that's
right.
no more. Right. Yeah, he had some quick stuff and some Neil stuff and some Creon stuff, and you were looking at the display, I think. Yeah, and then you went over to check out the Mega.
The Mega.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then you went over to the Mega Tech Show booth of the Martian, and Quicks was hanging out there at the time, and I walked over, and that's how the ball got rolling.
Yeah, because I was just walking around shopping. That's all I was doing, and then somebody, and they were like, "Hey, Reese, how you doing?" And we started talking, and I met you. And then was it you or what? I can't remember who it was. Was like, "Hey, Quicks is here. Do you want to meet him?" And I was like,
"Yeah, I think it was me." Yeah.
Was it you? I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna bother him, man. He doesn't know who I am. Like, I'm not gonna bother this dude, you know." And then so you were like, "All right, okay." And I was like, "Thanks." And then I go over to the booth, and then I hear, "Hey, Reese," and I turn around. There's Quicks. And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like,
I guess now's the time to tell Reese that we were talking earlier. How about I know you, since I've been very
with
your toys actually. It was all over our shopping malls here in the Philippines, even before we started getting hot locally.
Yeah.
We only had most of our collectors were from the States. So every time I go to Green Hills, our shopping mall, there's a big district there for toys. I'd always see your toy. I was very, very curious what it was. And of course, I stumbled upon your group on Facebook, the BIM Toys Tiny Ghost Collectors, which I was also a part of. But I would never post. I would stalk it.
Just hide.
No, I was heavily stalking it. Because, I guess now's the time to tell you that we actually studied that group, and we kind of developed the Bulletpunk network based on how you were interacting with fans.
Yep.
No way. Are you serious?
Yep.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But Cooper knows it.
In more ways than one, you're
Daniel knows this, yeah.
We're like building that community. And
wow, man. Dude, that's a huge honor. I appreciate you telling me that. That's And I mean, like, I love our community. Like, the BIM Toy Tiny Ghost Collector community is amazing. But we never even really set out to do that. It just kind of happened. Yeah. And then as soon as we noticed it happening, I was like, I didn't want to be that designer that was like standoffish and never talk to anybody, or, I'm not going to name names, but you know who I'm talking about, some American designers. Like, I didn't want to be that guy. I wanted to be like, man, I would be nothing if it weren't for these people who support my stuff and love my work. And so I wanted to talk to them. I wanted to chat with them. And it's just kind of a natural thing that really happened. And I'm super proud that it's still going on. I can't believe it inspired you guys. That's amazing.
Heavily inspired. We were stalking you guys.
I love it.
And I think the founders know this. We were on we were on a show with Daniel Cooper, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yes. Damien Cooper, good guy.
And we were we're telling him that he was one of the founders. He's one of the founders of the group, right? And he's like,
yes.
Yeah, we were following you.
And his wife Christina.
And I was exploring that group, and I just told myself, I want one too. Just so
I love it.
Connect better.
I love it.
Connect to the collectors
really, at the end of the day, man, these toys need to bring us all together. Like that's what the collecting should be, a community. Like our love for the similar designs and like it should bring us together. I see it rip people apart too much, and I didn't want that anymore. So I really think it's important that it brings everybody together. So I think that's awesome that you were inspired by that. Thank you.
Oh, we would also study that aspect when troublemakers were like popping out from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Learned lessons from your group.
Oh yeah.
So on my end, when I started out, it was easily manageable to connect to my collectors. But of course, there came a point in time that I would spend a lot of my time during the day just trying to appease or talk to my collectors, which became very difficult for me. But I did not want to lose that connection with my collectors, so that's why I really admired your group and I wanted to form it. Just so like even if I seem distant, I have ears to listen to everyone.
Yeah.
You know?
And to be honest, Quiccs, like that's kind of where I've landed now. Like I've gotten so busy, and you still have to have time to work, and you have to have time to think and be creative and things like that. There was a period where I found myself just like interacting maybe a little too much, and so but I do like to kind of keep my ear out, and occasionally I'll just chime in, but you can't do it all.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's very hard. If you want to continue to make cool product, you need that time to yourself as well. That's also important. But luckily, that's why we have people like, Damien and Christina and those guys, like kind of keeping the community going. And after a while, it just starts to kind of run itself. And you go, okay, great. And you just check in every now and then, say hi, and it's a really nice thing to feel connected to collectors like that.
Yeah, on our end, even at the Bulletpunk network, I'm not even an admin on that group. I'm just a simple member.
Me either.
I trust Carlo and the whole admins team. We really were able to form a group of administrators and Carlo with them on board. It's been really easy for us to manage everyone's expectations. Although sometimes we do have problems, but yeah, I'm glad that we were able to structure that group in such a way that we can try our best to listen to everyone.
That's beautiful. I love that, man. That's awesome.
So yeah, thank you for inviting.
Oh, thank you, man. God, I'm gonna be
thank
flying
you.
high
Yes.
on that for a while.
Question on how I knew you. Yeah, and that answers your question of how I knew you before we even met.
I thought for sure you were dating one of my ex-girlfriends. I thought that's what you were gonna say, man.
All right. Okay, so let's show them what you made, guys. So let's start with Reese.
Sure.
I'm gonna flash.
Okay, I'll
do you have the
start.
toy with you, Reese?
Yeah, I got mine. But first of all, so what was funny is like going back to when I first met Quiccs, we chatted for a little bit, and well, Quiccs, you were the one who was like, "Hey, we should do a collab," and I was like, "Okay." Like, what am I gonna say? No.
Now you know why I was excited.
I get it now. I didn't know you were like stalking me all that time. Now it makes sense. And then so he handed me a blank Tech 63, and he was like, "Here, man, have fun with this." And I was like, "Oh, sweet, thank you very much." And then so I didn't have a lot of time on my hands, so I did my like very first custom, and I was playing with like,
oh wow,
like paint spatter and letting it run, and like I really wanted to get like a lot of good spatter in there and stuff.
What's that?
And just and I kind of get like, that's my signature bloody.
Oh yeah.
So this was the first custom I did with my weird little occult symbols.
Does anyone own that custom, Reese?
What's that?
Does anyone own that custom? I do like
me. I own it. It's here. It's in my house.
Let's talk later.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it. So I started kind of working on this, and then we started trading files. Like I got your template, and I sent the other template, and we were like, "All right, we're going to do this." And then so I came up with something kind of similar, and this is the TG 63 that's getting ready to come out. I didn't name it. Quiccs named it. It's such a cool name.
You want me to pull up the file, Reese, so you can?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, sure.
Here we go.
There we go. Yeah. And so basically I wanted to do, so I did a lot of research on other, editions that had been released. And the one thing I did want to do was something simple. I didn't want to come out and like overdo it, overcook it. But then I also wanted to make sure I did something different than had been done before. Like the last thing I was super worried about being accused of copying another edition that had come out before. And so I really like decorative filigree and stuff like that. It's kind of got that Victorian funeral look to it.
Yeah.
And I thought it was kind of cool. So that's why I kind of went this route, because I really hadn't seen anything quite like that. And I tried to keep the layout kind of simple but beautiful. Like I wanted the layout of it all to kind of make sense. And I hope you guys think I managed that. I feel like
I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. Can you tell us more about the characters that you have in the middle of the tech?
Oh yeah. Okay. So on the front of the hoodie, so that's a kind of a well-known design that we used in the early days of Tiny Ghost. And it's called the Paradorable pentagram. And basically it was I think it started out as a t-shirt design, but we've used it for stickers and things like that. But I love this because it really mixes the cute and the creepy. Because when you think about it, you're like, oh my God, it's a skull and a dagger and a candle, and inside of a pentagram. But they all got these like cute little faces on them. So I just kind of wanted to mix those two together, and I really love that design. And there is a secret code in there.
I was going to ask about that. Does that mean anything?
It does. So that's what's called a pigpen cipher. I'm very into cryptography and hidden messages. And so that's called a pigpen cipher. And it's been solved ages ago. So I'm not telling any secrets, but it just says Tiny Ghost over and over and over.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah, I try to hide a lot of secret messages sometimes in my toys. And then I found like a nice typeface for the TG monogram, and I just wanted to kind of keep it like this simple, clean thing and fit the Victorian filigree in where I could.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So there you go, people.
I actually worried. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, there you go, people. That is the Tiny Ghost original design by Reese. His first tech.
My first tech.
Sorry, you were saying, Reese? You were worried.
Well, to be honest, I was worried you guys were going to think it was kind of boring. I was like, oh, is this too simple? But I was just, I just wanted that kind of black hue, that super dark gray with like the metallic silver on top of it. I thought would be really beautiful.
Not at all. Reese really liked it. Really
good, thank you.
It was like a silver, all silver and black kind of colorway.
I love silver and black mixed together with just a little bit of coated red for blood. I'm a happy guy.
Yes. and I think in hand it looks even better, to be honest. Like when you're holding the actual product, I mean the design file is great, but there's something else. It's something else when you have it in hand, in your hand, in your collection.
Yeah, I was worried if it was going to work, and then when I got my sample in, I was like, oh yeah, okay. I was like, I love it. So, all right. Hopefully other people will too.
All right. Okay. Then next we have Quiccs to talk about his design for the Tiny Ghost. I'll share. You want to share your files, Quiccs? You're muted. You're on mute.
You can load up the photos that led to my colorway.
All right.
Yeah.
From around 2 to 3 years ago, I did a custom one-off for one of Reese's biggest collectors here in the Philippines, Dr. Tony Comia.
Yeah, Doc Tony.
Doc Tony, shout out.
Super good guy. I love that guy.
Oh yeah, me too.
Sorry.
Anyway, he commissioned me to do my own thing on the platform, Black platform. So I wanted to pay respects to the shape of the Tiny Ghost, which I really, really like. And my girlfriend also really, really likes. She's a big fan of the one with glasses because she wears glasses.
Nerdy.
Nerdy. And so I did not want to put any sculpts on it. I wanted to highlight the shape as it is. So I tried to find a way to design the Tech 63 around it without upsetting the shape. So this is what I came up with. It's a custom one for Doc Tony. And of
Yeah.
course, for our collab, I wanted to do something similar, but different enough to, of course,
Yeah.
respect the custom one of Doc Tony. So yeah, I have it here at the moment. It's really cute. I really like it.
Oh,
And I
I
decided to
love
call
it.
it bullet head tech. It kind of looks like a bullet.
He does. He totally does. Oh
And
God, I love it
yeah,
so much.
since we do have the Adidas collab going on, I wanted to put some more spice into it by adding in the three stripes. So he's kind of
That's
wearing
beautiful.
the tracksuit version of Tech 63's hoodie, the exact hoodie that our 1/6 scale action figure is holding, is wearing, together with my
Oh, so good.
and the 63 number and Filipina street plan at the back of it. Yeah, I had a really fun time designing the Tech 63 around this figure since it's highly unusual for me to.
But it works really well. Like I think I don't know how you did it. It was kind of like, because if I would have looked at a tech, I would have been in someone said, "Hey, make this fit on this chubby ghost." I'd be
Well,
like, well, I'll try. But I mean, you really pulled it off. Like it's really impressive.
thank you,
So
man.
I remember I saw Doc's custom that you did, and I was blown away. But I thought someone else did it in your style.
Oh, okay.
Like I was like, no way did he like approach Quiccs and say, hey, can you do this? And then when they were like, no, Quiccs did this himself by hand, I was like, oh my God, you're kidding.
I enjoyed it very much. I enjoyed it very much.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Just
So
beautiful.
yeah, every time I do collabs, I usually like try my best to not touch the figure, and always highlight the fact that it's a nice design. So I try my best to like work around the challenges in terms of like shape and everything. And I
I
was
love
really
it.
glad how it turned out. So we're super excited to release this collab with you, man.
This is a fun one.
Yes.
And it's not quite dropping the way we originally thought.
Yep.
Yes, that was part of the story. A little bit of tidbit. There were some. I heard there were some rumors going around before about this, but so we met. We first hatched this idea for after New York. I remember Quicks and I were in the airport coming home to Manila from New York, and I was chatting with Reese, and we were talking about, oh, how are we gonna drop this? How are we gonna do this? Originally, it was supposed to come out for ToyCon 2020.
Yeah.
Remember, we were saying that ToyCon this year was supposed to be one of the biggest. Reese was supposed to fly into Manila for ToyCon 2020 and drop this.
I still haven't gotten my $4,000 back from the airline.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah.
We were supposed to even do a by the way, Reese, we love how you guys do that. You have a dinner thing at NYCC for your fans, right?
Yeah, Ghost Nation.
Ghost Nation. Yeah, we were supposed to do something. We were planning to do something similar for you guys when you got here. For the local Tiny Ghost / Quicks community, but ToyCon, we were gonna have, and then we were gonna surprise them. But by the way, everyone gets the set that we're dropping tomorrow, and then
God, that would have been so much fun. I was so looking forward to it. Well, I remember, and I had suggested to you, Carlo, I was like, hey, what if, like me and Quicks do a signing, like sitting right next to each other?
Yes,
and you were like, the line would be like around the block.
That would have been fun, though. I mean,
it would have been fun.
Without the pandemic now that you can't be live, but back then, that would have been crazy. So,
asked one of our friends to cosplay the bullet head for us. Looks like a fun cosplay to do.
Oh my God, that would have been amazing.
So like in a cloth outfit, Quicks.
It's like dome, bullet head dome.
Like a dome, like an actual dome.
They'd just be walking around like this, like just bumping into people.
Like a giant grimace walking around.
Oh yeah, I was really looking forward to that. I was so excited, and I was trying to like explain it to some of my friends who aren't so in the toy world, and I'm like, no, you understand? This guy's like he's like the Elvis of toy design, and like I was like, I'm gonna be sitting next to him, and we're gonna be signing together, and they were like, wow, cool. Like I was super stoked. So it was heartbreaking that it didn't happen, and I'd never been to the Philippines, so I was like, oh, I'd been to Singapore the previous year, well, a few months before, like early 2019, or was it 2018? So time doesn't mean anything anymore. But I'd been to Singapore and I loved it so much, and then everybody was like, oh man, you got to go to the Philippines, you got to go to the Philippines. And so when this opportunity arose, I went, this is it. This is going to be fantastic. So I'm really bummed. But so I hope we can make it happen again sometime.
Of course, yeah. We were really looking forward to having you over and showing you around, but yeah, things happened this year.
Yeah,
but at least, at least at least it's here now. Both of them are here now. Finally, after a year in the making. I mean, it took a little longer than we wanted, but I'm sure everyone's pretty happy with the outcome.
Good. I'm glad. I'm very happy.
And finally, we can now share it with both of our communities. So, for those of you wondering, the edition size. First off, we're going to be selling them as a set of 2. So you will. It's going to be called the Ghost Worlds Collide set. So it's a set of the tiny ghosts designed by Quiccs and the tech designed by Reese. SRP is going to be $150 for both, and the edition size is going to be 299 pieces. So that actually answers a lot of the questions. So of course, the next question is, how do you get it? No, the Reese and the Quiccs community have decided to share the drop. So Reese's team will be dropping theirs on their group, and I think online by tomorrow, Friday.
2 days from now for us. Yeah, Friday.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot.
Yep.
Yeah, Friday in the States, and then Quiccs and the Bulletpunk network will start dropping our share of the stock on Saturday and over the weekend. So we'll be dropping some on the. So Reese will be dropping some on their website, and we'll be dropping some on their group. Am I correct? Yeah.
That's correct.
Quiccs, BPN. Quiccs the Quiccs team will be dropping some on Quiccs' website, which we will reveal soon.
We're preparing a special website for this.
A new website, yes. This is going to be the first drop. Yeah.
Wow.
We're going to come out with our new website. So we're going to have stock on the website. We're going to have a lottery on the group. And on top of that, we were planning to do some games throughout the week for the group. So throughout the weekend, we will be posting up games, and then it will have different sort of games, like a trivia game or a photo game. And the winners of those games get to win slots to purchase the set, so that they don't have to join the lottery or try to have to get to buy it online. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so we're celebrating this collab with trying to make it fun and exciting for the community.
Spread it like really, really out there to give everyone a chance to grab them instead of
we want everyone to get. We want the people in the US to get. We want the people in the Philippines to get. We want the people in other parts of the world like Singapore, Europe, whatnot to get. And of course, we want BIM Toys community to get. We want the Bulletpunk people to get, and even the people who aren't on Facebook, we want them to be able to have a chance to get their own copy of this historic drop.
Very much.
Historic. I like that.
Yeah. So actually, let me just finish typing this.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. People are getting here. Oh, what's going on?
Hey, forgive my
And
like this is live right now, right?
It is.
yes, it's live. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you can.
All right. I'm glad
There
I
you
didn't
go.
do anything weird. Like
No, we wouldn't be able to edit it out. All right, here we
I
go.
know.
First game coming up right now. So first five people to comment. Ghost Worlds Collide on the post I just made gets a slot to purchase the collab set at SRP. So
First
yeah,
time.
150. First five, yeah, just first five. So we'll have more of that
Wow.
over the weekend. Yeah, we'll have more of that over the weekend. So yeah, just watch out and yeah, stay tuned to Reese and Quicks' IG very soon. They'll be posting the details for their drops. And of course, yeah, you can go to guys, members of the Bulletpunk Network. You guys should go check out the BIM Toys group, Reese's group. That is like the father of our group. Now the peace knows.
That's crazy to me, by the way. That's just nuts.
Yeah, so yeah, you guys should go check out and say hi to our brothers in collecting. We all want this to be one big drop for everyone, and we all want this to be one big community enjoying this drop.
Absolutely.
So yeah, all right. So guys, any last words before we say goodbye to our viewers today?
Personally, I just want to thank you guys again for this is a huge honor for me. This is I never thought I'd be like teaming up with you Quicks, so like this is really great, you know, and it was an honor meeting you, you know, over a year ago now. And like I just can't believe it actually happened. Like it was just that easy. We were like, hey, we should do this. And now it's happening. And I just want you to understand this is a huge honor to me. So for me. So thank you so much, man.
No worries, man. Likewise, I'm super honored to be working with you, and I guess it was a surprise for you to know that. Yeah, we were looking at.
Yeah.
You knew about it.
Yeah, I'll say so.
We see your toys everywhere here in Manila, and we were trying to break that like barrier of introducing ourselves to the local toy community scene. Back then, they were mostly into like Funko Pop toys, and
Yeah, yeah.
you know, so yeah, it's a huge honor for us to work with you, and this I'm glad to let everyone know that this double crossover type of project is our love letter to both groups, the
Yes.
Tiny Ghost BIM Toys collector group and our Bullet Punk Network group. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and good luck in this weekend's drop events. So thank you everyone for joining us.
Guys, yes, this is for you guys. This one is really for this is for both of our awesome communities. Thank you very much. This none of this would ever have happened if not for you guys and
That's
everyone on the Quicks team and I'm sure Drisha's team are all eternally grateful to everyone. Thank you so much. And yes, good luck. And I hope everyone has fun because if not, what's the point, right?
So, well, yeah.
Good luck, everyone.
Real quick, so if you're new to the BIM Toy, like on Instagram, follow us at Original BIM Toy. Mm-hmm. Or you can follow me at Reis O'Brien, ReiSobrien. Come on, I'll chat with you. I don't mind. But yeah, let's all make some new friends. This would be wonderful.
Yeah, and to that point, actually, for those of you who don't know, Reese is such a down to earth guy. If it ever comes again to where there's actual cons where we're there, you just walk up to him and say hi. I'm sure he'll appreciate it.
I'll chat with you.
yes.
And normal will definitely have Reese come over here to Manila.
Yes, when we can. Yes, when we can.
People want you here.
I'd love to. I can't wait till all this is over and we can travel again. I'm there.
Shoutouts to Nico Lim.
Nico.
Nicola
wants you here. And of course, Tony, Sean and Jeffrey from Big Boys. Big Boys Toys.
Who may or may not get some stock, by the way. And then,
yeah.
And then, guys, again, members of the group, please go check out Tiny Ghost BIM Toy Collectors also on Facebook. That is Reese's official group on Facebook.
Yep.
All right. And I guess that's it, guys. Thank you for joining us on this very special impromptu BPN show I hope it made everyone's day. And like I said, it was quite a blast. We wanted to end the year with a bang, and I hope you guys like it. We all do. All right. Thank
Yeah.
you guys, and peace out. Bye.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.